how solar energy will transform the way you live, you and your family. In 1988, NASA scientist named James Hansen introduced the concept of global warming. However, no one was paying any real attention to his views and issues on climate change, but soon was later taken entirely by storm on Earth before we can realize it. From disastrous storms to wildfires, people were leaving entire towns completely in California, and the blame is now shifting towards consumers and fossil fuels that provide electricity for our benefits, right? On the other hand though, it is destroying the Earth by releasing disastrous and harmful greenhouse gases, while trapping gases and heat in the atmospheres, causing get hotter. Surprisingly, no damage could have happened to our precious Earth though, if we could have understood the value of harnessing the power of the sun in the form of solar energy, of course. And we're going to talk about solar panels. Luckily, there's still enough hope though to save the Earth throughout the powerful use of the sun, which is responsible for maintaining life on the planet as we know it, which is why we will dive deeply into every aspect of solar energy to discover how it can transform our lives forever. And guys, real quick, don't forget to watch to the end because we will be discussing the benefits of how solar energy and how you can contribute to maintaining a sustainable life and objective. So stay tuned. So solar energy is the radiation from the heat from the sun that can be harnessed to produce renewable energy and to fill our domestic and commercial needs in today's world. Today, due to its non-polluted nature, it is considered the alternative for fossil fuels, petroleum, and also natural gas. Astonishing, if we were to manage to harness the entire solar energies received by the Earth, by the sun, it can enormously provide about 200,000 times the electricity that is needed by the people of the Earth every single day. If we were to talk about the size of land that is needed to create sufficient electricity for the entire Earth, then we're talking about 450,000 square kilometers, which is surprisingly equal to the size of land covered by, Sweden or Morocco, or even the entire state of California. Nevertheless, many factors are already standing in its way to exploiting its potential. For example, cloud covering interrupts the amount of energy the solar panel can receive and consume. The solar panel massive quality are not closer to the equator region, then can also be reduced to the amount of energy it can receive and create. Not to forget, but solar panels can only be used in areas where there's no future possibility of using the land ever. 2019, around 629 GWs of solar panels were installed worldwide, and about 208 were installed in China alone, becoming the leading country in the world in creating solar energy. Other countries like India and America are already creating about 12.5% of the electricity needed through solar panels. According to experts, by 2030, solar panels will become affordable enough to allow every household to take complete advantage of it. But as we know, guys, in Aguilar 1, these rich people are not gonna let that happen. Rich and elite, powerful, too much money. And to understand more about the action taken by these countries, let's talk about other major countries around the world that are bringing massive solar revolution. Number one, guys, on our list will be, of course, Sweden. This beautiful, cold, mountainous country. I would like to think, never been there, but at least that's what I think when I think about Sweden. Anyways, guys, back to the video. In 2015, Sweden vowed to eliminate the use of fossil fuels from the core of declaring, massive goal of making the entire country run entirely on solar energy by 2040. For this, the country has ramped up its efforts on solar energy and other renewable energies that has also encouraged. Number two, guys, this beautiful island country is Costa Rica. With its memories, beauty, and solar-friendly geographics location, Costa Rica now produces about 95% of its electricity from solar energy and other related renewable energies, like wind, hydro, and geothermal. Furthermore, it is soon on the road of becoming completely carbon neutral. Number three, guys, on our list would be Germany. Despite its cloudy nature of trying to block the radiation from solar powers are meant to harness, Germany provided solar generated electricity to every household during the first half of 2018 or the 6 months of 2018. This achievement further encouraged them to set a target of achieving a massive 65% of the country electricity from solar power alone by the year of 2030. Number 4, guys, or cuatro, would be this South American country named Uruguay. With the sign of the sun on its flag, it seems Uruguay was aware of its massive solar power centuries ago, before anybody even fucking knew it was. Because you would be astonished to know that this South America country now provides 100% electricity from renewable resources, including solar panels. And number 5, Japan or Japón. After witnessing the devastation Fukushima nuclear plant disaster in 2011, Japan immediately decided to shift toward solar energy in the coming years. However, despite the lack of space in the country to install solar panels, it still managed to find innovative ways to install them. Because in the 1980s, there was a sudden boom of golf industry in the country thanks to Western countries, which also led to the development of hundreds of golf courses across Japan and in different regions, of course. And most of them were found abandoned by 2015. So Japan decided to utilize them to install solar panels on the abandoned ones, thus contributing heavily toward a sustainable environment with the magic of solar energy. As we now have sufficient knowledge about its capacity, let us dive into the amazing benefits of solar energy and find out how it can help us in various ways. Some of the benefits, guys, will include 1, of course, a lower electricity bill. Since 1880, the Earth's temperature has risen up by 0.08 degrees Celsius, which is, it's not a lot, you would think, but it's enough to melt your ice cream. And though it is slow, it somehow affected our lives by giving us massive heat punches and heat strokes during summers. Many construction workers passing out and dying. It's also forcing us to press the favorite switch on button on our air conditioning or AC in our cars and in our homes. However, as the air conditioning is responsible for increasing our electricity bill more than we can imagine, this is where the value of installing solar panels at our home comes into the picture. Make sure to reduce our electricity bill to the bare minimum by harnessing the energy from the sun. Guys, number 2 on our list would be rebates from the government. And in order to ensure the world quickly adapts to a sustainable nature and solar energy, more countries are now focusing on providing rebates or cashbacks to consumers for installing solar panels on their houses, apartments, and rentals. For example, in December of 2020, the US government provided a 26% tax credit for people who solar panels installed between 2020 and 2022. However, as this tax credit will soon expire in 2024, this is the perfect opportunity you can take advantage of, if you live in the United States, of course. Number 3, guys, on our list would be a negative electricity bill. Have you ever heard of a negative electricity bill? I don't think so. Well, in January the 1st of 2020, the UK government allowed every household to sell their excess solar energy grids. Moreover, the government reduced their electricity bill to even minus levels. And in return, so more energy you save on solar panels, the more profit you gain. Okay, guys, that brings us to number 4, number cuatro. Of course, guys, it's better health. According to the World Health Organization, around 7 million people die every year because of air pollution across the world, which also includes indoor and outdoor pollution. The presence of the choking sulfur and the oxide gas from nitrous oxide in the air is the leading cause of cardiovascular and asthma problems globally. Moreover, they are caused by the burning of fossil fuels consumed around the world as well, each single day. So if you want to take care of your health, you and your family, then shifting toward a cleaner solar energy is a perfect decision you can make. Number 5, guys, the perfect investment. The global solar energy market is expected to touch around $223 billion by 2026 alone. And as the demand for solar energy massively continues to rise, it could become the perfect investment if you are looking for long-term profit, of course. Several solar companies, including Canadian Solar and First Solar, are already bringing massive changes globally. So if you want to gain sufficient profit from these companies, then investing into their stock will surely give you a sufficient return in the long run, and possibly dividends. So this was all about the power of solar energy and how it can transform our lives beyond imagination. Although it is unacceptable that adapting to solar energy, many countries are moving slower than expected. However, with major countries and first world countries leading the forefront and making and valuing dramatic steps in the area. We believe in no time at all, most countries, third world countries, will completely follow and completely utilize the power of solar energy, reducing global warming. So what do you think about the value of solar energy? Do you think it's worth replacing fossil fuels? Or do you still think that we need fossil fuels? We need to depend on them just a little bit. Tell me in the comment section below, guys. I love to hear what y'all have to say. And if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to mention them in the comments below. I will reply to them, of course. You already know. And of course, guys, don't forget to smash on that like button. And if you like this video and you found any value, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys.